Hello, morning. Hope we're all well. We'll give it another minute or two for people to join. Just turned 9 o'clock, so I was a little bit early today. But I hope everyone is enjoying the sunshine. It's so nice. I don't know, for me, it makes such a difference waking up and it's sunny rather than when it's a bit dark and cold. And I don't know why, me and my flatmate were having breakfast outside this morning. We were like, how can you be in a bad mood when it looks like this and it feels this warm? Hi, Shona. Yeah, the sun. So let's all try and get outside if we can today. With some sun cream. I'm slightly obsessed with putting it on and making other people put it on. It looks like we lost two people, but maybe they'll come back. But I'll just talk through the class. Morning, Awa. I'll talk through the class and just the kind of way it's going to work, which I think most of you know, if not all of you, but if anyone joins later who doesn't, I can say that now. And we're going to do a little bit of breath work. We'll do some written tasks. Make sure you have a notebook, and I'll do it with you. And we'll meditate and then reflect at the end. Cool. So today we're going to focus on grounding as a theme. So the theme of just feeling more grounded in your thoughts, being more grounded in just physically as well, and emotionally. And yeah, that's going to be what we're kind of going to focus on a little bit today. And that is a lot to try and do in half an hour, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, great. So if you could find somewhere to sit, I like to sit on some cushions. I think I'm sitting on two today. Just to kind of feel like I'm a little bit lifted, but you don't need to do that. You can be in bed, you can be on a chair, you can be against a wall, wherever you want to be, and wherever you have decided to go stay. If you could just close your eyes or lower the gaze so you're looking more down and the attention's a bit more inward. So we're trying to just settle down this morning, wherever you are. And I want you to just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. And maybe notice what your morning's been like so far. So maybe you just woke up, maybe you've already been outside, or you've just had a lot of food, or maybe you're still feeling quite sleepy, or maybe you've been up for hours. So just noticing where you've been this morning to get here and how you're feeling. And then thinking about how you feel physically. So we're going to do a body scan from the top of our heads all the way to our feet. So just notice how our body is feeling today. Morning, Katrina. So we're just going to do a quick body scan so you can find somewhere to sit and close your eyes. And we're just going to notice how our body's feeling. I'll run through it with you. So noticing how your head is feeling on your spine. Maybe you want to sit up that little bit straighter, or just feel that alignment. You can even move your head side to side or nodding it just to see how it feels on your spine today. And how is your face feeling? Maybe relax the eyebrows or untense the jaw. How's the neck and the collarbones feeling? Maybe you could just roll them around or just move them just to get them into a nice position, nice posture alignment, where we're not leaning one way or the other or forward or back, but we're trying to sit up nice and tall. So there's almost a nice channel running through our whole body. And how are your arms feeling? And your elbows? Maybe if your arms are resting somewhere, you can feel the weight of your elbows. You can feel them nice and heavy. And how are your forearms feeling? And your hands? If you feel like maybe you're gripping with your hands or you're using them to hold you up, maybe turn them so the palms are facing up, just to not grip so much. Just let them naturally fall. And working your way back up, how's your chest feeling? And your ribs? And your belly? Maybe you can relax your belly so when you're breathing, it can move more freely. And how is your pelvis? Is it feeling quite rooted or grounded? Or do you feel like you're maybe gripping in your hips or there's some tension there? Maybe you need to wiggle around and find a better position or move your legs to be a bit more comfortable. How are your thighs and your knees? Again, your knees, like your elbows, are these heavy joints. So maybe if your legs are crossed, you can feel them falling out. Or if your legs are straight in front of you, maybe you can feel them falling down as well. Almost the back of them rather than the side. And how are your shins and your calves? And finally, how are your ankles and your feet feeling? So wherever you've decided to put your legs, maybe notice where you've placed your feet as well. Whether they themselves are grounded, or they're crossed, or they're together, or maybe they're floating. Lovely. So now we have a great awareness of the whole body. We're going to bring a bit more attention to the breath. So seeing how the breath feels inside our body. Before changing it too much, just see where it is just now. Maybe you haven't noticed it yet. Maybe you've been actively breathing. We're just going to gradually, on each inhale and exhale, breathe a bit deeper and deeper. And while you're doing this, I want to invite you to think of an intention for class. So we've noticed how we feel before we start, and I want you to set an intention of how you want to feel after class. So if you want to feel relaxed, or you want to feel motivated, or you want to feel however you want to feel, setting yourself a little intention of what you want to get from this class. The overall theme of the day is grounding and grounded, feeling grounded. That could be your intention, but maybe try and pick another one. Lovely. So as the breath is getting deeper and deeper, let's take a really big inhale through the nose, filling up the whole torso, and we'll exhale through the mouth. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. And slowly blinking the eyes open. Coming back to your space, coming back to your room. Maybe looking around, maybe grabbing a drink of water or tea or whatever you might have. We're going to come to our pen and paper. We're gonna do some written tasks. So morning, if you joined during that, I hope we're all well and enjoying the sun. Okay, perfect. So, like I said, with the theme of grounding, that's what we're going to focus on with the written tasks. So, for the first, we're going to do 4 written tasks. You can leave some space. But for the first written tasks, similarly to what we've just done, where we were kind of thinking about how we're feeling and our body and our thoughts were kind of moving around that. The question I would like to ask are, where are my thoughts taking me now? And I would like you to write them down. So wherever your mind is or your thoughts, or maybe you were overwhelmed with something when you came into class, let's write it down. So where are your thoughts taking you? Okay, so just finishing up that question. We'll answer them pretty quickly today. Great, so moving on to the second one. So for the second question, you can kind of insert um your own feeling into this. So when I feel, and then I've written negative emotions, but you could pick maybe one that maybe you feel quite a lot or it comes up quite a lot. Um, how do I react? So when I feel negative emotions, how do I react? You could do that more generally, or maybe if, for instance, anxiety is one that comes up a lot, or stress or fear, or yeah, just nervousness or imposter syndrome or whatever it might be. If one in particular you're feeling quite heavily at the moment or quite often, you could put that in there, or you could just generally say negative emotions. So when I feel either specific or negative emotions, how do I react? So is there a general way that you often react when you're feeling that way? Okay, and finishing that off. Again, sorry, these are rushed. Just gonna get through. Or yes, we've got two more. Okay, so this question is referring to the previous answer you've just given. So, is this stress worth my time and energy, and why? So, do you find that the way you react or the kind of stress that you feel along with side this, is it worth your time and energy? And maybe why that might be or might not be. Bit of a vague question, but hopefully that's enough to go off of. Yeah, take some time answering that one. Is this stress worth my time and energy, and why? Okay, and finishing that off. I'm also saying that for myself. As I scramble to finish that sentence. Okay, so final question of the day. So we've thought about where we're feeling right now, kind of reflecting on how we react and how we feel about um, certain negative emotions that maybe play on us a lot, and then reflecting on, is that really useful and is that worth your time and energy? And so for the final one, we're going to look more into the future, and I'd like to answer, where do I wish to grow? So where in your life do you wish to grow? Maybe you could use your intention or the kind of overall theme of grounding, but where do I wish to grow is the question. So take it where you want. Great, so finishing that off when you're ready, pop your pen and paper to one side, maybe having a final drink of something. Great, so we're going to do a little pranayama before we meditate, so just a breathing technique. We haven't done this one in a while, but I'm going to take one hand, let's do our dominant hand, so this is my right hand, but whatever that is for you, and we're going to tuck the middle finger and, no, the index finger and the middle finger, and then you can use your other hand, I find it more useful, to tuck the pinky under the ring finger, so it looks a little bit like this. So you're kind of twisting underneath, and you've got your thumb. And we're going to block one nostril, inhale through the nostril, block both, hold the breath, release the thumb to release the breath, straight away inhale, block, exhale. So that'll be one round of breathing. And if you have a nose piercing, go underneath rather than pressing on the piercing. You can go more on the nostril, kind of blocking it. So we'll do that. We'll do 2 rounds of that. So I'll talk you through it as well. So blocking of one nostril, we're going to inhale and inhale, hold, release and exhale. Straight away inhale, hold, release, exhale, inhale, hold, release, exhale, inhale, hold, release, exhale. Under your fingers, let that go. And settling back down, we're going to close our eyes again and we're going to meditate just for the last little bit of class. So closing your eyes when you're ready, maybe noticing how that breath made you feel. Maybe you feel your chest opening up, or you can feel some cold air in your nose. I find that to be quite a grounding breath. If I feel a bit stressed or a bit up in the air, if I just close my eyes and do a few of those breaths, they really, really help. And I want you to think about where you've chosen to sit. Wherever you are, where have you chosen to sit? Where's your pelvis and where are your feet? And where's your head in relation to those? And with this idea of grounding, I always think about roots from a tree, roots from a plant, roots from a weed, or any sort of root imagery that might come to mind. I often think about when I think about the word grounding or being grounded. And wherever you've chosen to sit today, I'd like to imagine a surface that you're sitting on. Are you sitting on sand? Are you sitting on grass? Maybe you're sitting on stone or pavement or a wall or water. Wherever you are, pick your surface that you're sitting on. And I want you to imagine from your pelvis. Starting now, there are small roots growing from your pelvis and connecting you and grounding you to that piece of earth you've chosen. Let them start out small and imagine them growing. Imagine the sensation, the feeling of what direction they might go in, of where they might go. How does that feel? How much can you imagine that in your mind? Your roots are now getting bigger and thicker and maybe more entwined and twisted with one another. They're going deep into the earth, but they're also going long and wide. Roots don't just go straight down, they go to the side as well. So I want you to imagine your roots are not only going down and out, but also to the side and forward and back. They're spreading. And as the roots grow wider and longer and deeper, your body is growing taller and taller. And the roots are keeping you grounded and they're allowing your body space to be tall and broad and take up space and feel rooted to the earth. There's a sense of calmness in this grounding. And no fear or panic or worry, but a sense of strength and resilience. And while you're sitting here, I'm going to read a short poem. Grounded like the oak tree, standing so tall, the wind tries to break her. Like the troubles that find us all, she remembers where her roots are. She remembers where she's from. The troubles then get distant. The storm passes on, leaving a rainbow to remind us all to stand like the oak tree, grounded and tall. And that's by Leah Lissy. And instead of letting this image of roots fade from our mind and disappear, I want you to try and keep that image in your mind as you move on with the day, as you soon open your eyes and as you soon step up from where you are, almost so that those roots are still there. You can move from where you are, but they'll still be there and they'll still keep you grounded. So slowly we're going to blink our eyes open and return back to our space, taking your time, maybe looking around, maybe seeing different parts of your space, different parts of your room, maybe looking outside if you have a window, maybe seeing a tree or a plant. And if you don't have one, I've got one here you can look at, which has some crazy root system. I don't even know how it stays in that pot. I'm going to grab our pen and paper and just write a word, a thought, a feeling of reflection. And while you're doing that, I want to say thank you so much for coming. Thank yourself for coming. It's a lovely thing to do. And it's nice to see who's here. Have a great day. It's going to be another hot one today. another warm day. And yeah, enjoy everyone. Oh, the YouTube stuff. Like the video if you liked it. Drop us a comment. Maybe say if you have anything you want to pass on. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you can get notifications of when the classes start and when they happen. And yeah, I'll post the poem in the group. And yeah, I'll see some of you at Stretch and Relax tomorrow. I'm back teaching for the foreseeable. And yeah, hope everyone has a good day. I'll stick around for another minute or two just to say bye to everyone. And if anyone has anything they want to pass on, if not, you can always message me separately. Thanks, Shona. Have a great day. Yeah, get your sun cream on, everyone, and see a bit of sunshine if you can. Thanks, Awa. Yeah, have a great day. I know you said before that you would love to meditate in a forest, so hopefully you were transported to a forest this morning. Hmm. Oh, you were almost there. Hmm. That's great, though. Maybe if it was a few minutes longer. Okay, amazing. I think I'm going to stop it there. But as always, if you do have anything you want to pass on or any feedback or any suggestions for class themes or anything at all, do message me. Thanks, everyone. Bye.